I'm never gonna take you on a date. It's not really my thing. I'm just way too young for that. And I was like, geez, how old are you? 28. 28. So that's how it's going.
What's shooting, guys? Today we're going to be reacting to dating in New York City TikToks, and I'm so excited because this is going to be like a blast from the past for me. As you all know, this is the foundation that my YouTube channel was built on, was dating in New York City story times. This is like old Stepanka content here, and I've been out of the game for so long, so reacting to these TikToks is going to really show me like how much dating in New York City has really changed, and I am so freaking curious to see what it's like nowadays. So let's dive right in and see what it's like in New York City and if it's gotten worse. So I feel like it's gotten so much worse. Let's see if the boys are even boyier than they were before. Ooh, I feel like they are. Let's go. I'm like excited. I'm really excited for this video. Yay, all right.
Oh, this orange is you right here? Okay. They don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this orange is you right here? Okay. They don't smell like roaches in here or nothing.
What? No. I'm sorry, but that is just what Hinge shows you when you first download the app. They show you like the best selection of what they have, but it's like, it gets worse from that point on. It is not all like that, okay? And let me just tell you, those finance douchebags from like Richfield, Connecticut, and that like those like Harvard boys or whatever, they're not all sweet and nice. They are a bunch of scummy trust fund babies. Trust me, as a veteran of the finance bro dating world, it is not all sunshine and rainbows up there at JP Morgan and Chase. That's for certain.
The Wolf of Wall Street, they call me. Look.
Irresponsible little prick.
That's the most frustrating part about living in New York.
Dating and distance in this city. See, long distance relationship sucks anywhere, but in New York City is all about the boroughs and all about the trains. So I could be at a party and I could be enjoying somebody's company, and then bam, I find out they live deep in the Bronx and I live in Lower Manhattan. See, that's a whole commitment I don't know if I'm ready to make, because more than half of our relationship is going to be either me or you taking an hour on the train or 45 minutes in a cab, and that's a whole situation. Now, I'm not somebody who likes to move quickly, but if getting to you is a mission, there is no do you want to move in with me. I gotta move in with you. I gotta figure out how long it's gonna take me to get from your house to my job. I gotta have an overnight bag just for your apartment. There is no staying over one night. They're staying over multiple nights. I'm sorry, sir. If you ain't got a car and you live mad far, things get complicated.
It is so true. I remember I was dating a guy who lived literally like 10 blocks away from me on the Upper East Side, and the day that he told me that he was going to be moving to Brooklyn, my heart broke, and I actually considered breaking up with him because I thought that that was going to be the end of our relationship, because I was like, oh my god, we are about to be in a long distance relationship. Little did I know that one day further down the line in the future, I was actually going to be in something called a real freaking long distance relationship with a guy living in a whole nother country. And let me tell you, now I'm wishing that my boyfriend did actually live in another borough and not in another freaking country. People in New York City are so spoiled, entitled with their freaking, oh, you live in Brooklyn? I live in the East Village. It's so far. Shut up. You don't know what long distance is.
I'm a 29-year-old girl living in New York City, and this is what I saw on my Hinge today. Let's start things off with our favorite, a man holding a really disgusting dead fish.
Wait a minute, is his name literally PETA? As in the fucking dude from Hunger Games? PETA! No, I refuse to believe that's real.
My most irrational fear, I'm scared of love and what it can do to me. Cool! His overshare, Emily in Paris, was the best damn thing in 2020. We are never getting along. If loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Banana and mayonnaise sandwiches? Absolutely not!
That can't be real.
To exotic women, oh my god, if I had a dime, this is not okay.
No, Joel.
Random fact I love, I'm always picked as the marry and fuck, marry, kill.
Ew.
We love a healthy attachment style. I'm weirdly attracted to people who hate me. Amazing. So, Mr. F her throat, cool. Also, all I ask is that you communicate. Can you communicate the choice behind that name? And this man who sat there to make a dating profile and thought, yes, this is an amazing picture.
Why are you flipping us off? Oh my God. I thought that Hinge was supposed to be the relationship app, the one that's downloaded in order to for people to find relationships so it could be deleted. I thought the one for like was Tinder. Why are all these boys going on Hinge? I'm so glad that I'm no longer on any dating app in the city of New York. It's a dire cesspool of hell and despair. Dating is basically a wheel of fortune of matches, and no one is ever happy with their prize.
This comment pretty much sums it up perfectly. The whole concept of there's always someone better to swipe on can be explained by the paradox of choice, which is something I learned in my college psych class. So basically, researchers found out that when humans were presented with an abundance of options, instead of being super satisfied and happy with the option that they chose, it actually led them to be more dissatisfied and anxious about the decision that they made. The dating apps give you endless options at your fingertips. So even if they meet someone that could be out of their league, they'll question if they made the right choice and remain unsatisfied and ultimately want to keep exploring their options because there's just so many.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. And this also explains why I have such a hard time whenever I walk into a Costco.
So on Sunday, I was broken up with, and I'm really just trying to see the humor in the situation to kind of like help myself get over it. So basically Sunday, I told this guy that I've been seeing that I really liked him and I wanted to keep seeing him, and his response was this. Which is not a response you want to anything, to be honest. Like, say you went to the grocery store and you asked a worker, like, hey, where is the mangoes? If the worker did this, you would be distraught, as I was. But truly do not be fooled by my demeanor. I was crying about 30 minutes ago, so.
That's so awful. Guys really do, in New York City especially, view relationships as like just a total inconvenience to them. Like, damn, this means I just have to go and tell the other 10 women that I've been juggling that I can't continue seeing them. Some of the things that I hated while I was dating in New York City was this like weird shuffle of scheduling. Like, oh yeah, no, I can't do it this week. How about next week? Oh no, I'm gonna be away on business that day. Oh yeah, I know, and then that week I'm gonna be at Martha's Vineyard with my family. And then that week, Hamptons with my friends. Well, you know what? How about this? Let's try and connect in 3 weeks and see where that, and then you just never end up making it happen. It's so hard making plans with people in New York City. Everybody's just like so busy all the time.
Bitch, you better be joking.
And this was another thing, and I picked up this habit as well. For some reason, if someone lives in Murray Hill, they're like banned. They're banished from society. It's like, I don't know why. I guess it makes them douchey for some reason. And I started noticing it too, but like if you're like a dude between the ages of 20 and 30 and you're like a banker and you're like a dude bro, you automatically like live in Murray Hill. And I noticed that that's the demographic that lives there. And I also noticed like those are also the people I should avoid. So I did start avoiding them. And rightfully so. Rightfully so.
A lot of people are mad at me for this video I uploaded on how I dated 49,000 people in New York City at the same time. Essentially, I wrote some code and built an artificial intelligence that could speak on my behalf on dating apps to every single female in the area. I got around 5,000 matches. And the AI would use movie quotes from James Bond and American Psycho. And some women would have full-length conversations with the artificial intelligence. They even liked him so much they offered their number. But some people said this was wrong and I should feel bad because this could hurt someone and they might feel like they got ghosted and that I shouldn't be playing with people's emotions. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I feel like you did a public service to the women of New York City and you probably protected them for the most part. from the harm that is out there. So thank you, actually. Your artificial intelligence was probably more intelligent and more interesting than most of the men in Manhattan anyway. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. You do you, boo.
Everyone has been asking me, like, how's dating in New York going? How's meeting people in New York, meeting people out? I'm so glad you asked. So I went to a bar in the West Village on Saturday, and this guy comes up to me and he says, I know this is bold, but I just had to tell you, I saw you when you walked in, and I turned to my friends and said, that's the girl I'm gonna marry. And I was like, oh my God, great. And we're chatting, and then the conversation kind of like peters off. He's like, well, I really want to keep talking to you. I really want to see you again. I'm like, perfect. He's like, can I get your number? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what's it going to take for me to see you again? And I was like, I don't know, like, ask me on a date. And he just walks by. So I'm like, oh, word, got it, awesome. And he comes back like 5 minutes later and he says, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm never going to take you on a date. It's not really my thing. I'm just way too young for that. And I was like, geez, how old are you? 28. 28.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
So that's how it's going.
This is one of the few times in my life that I'm actually rendered speechless. I know this is a reaction channel. I just have no reaction actually.
English beer, Swedish meatball.
Perks of dating men in New York City is literally.
Let's hear it. We need one.
My Sunday morning walk of shame. And the sweatshirt that I decided to choose for his collection just so happens to be a $2,000 hoodie from Off-White. Like, I asked him, which one can I take? And he goes, the one on the bottom shelf, top. As if that was like his least, like, most inexpensive sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So, guess I'll be taking this bitch to Grailed first thing tomorrow morning when I'm no longer hungover. So, you know, get that head, get that bread, which is what I'm gonna do, and then fucking leave. Chad ain't gonna be hearing from me anymore.
Bye. Get that $2,000 hoodie and then fucking go to wherever consignment store and get that rent money, girl. I had a friend go on a date and she managed to get a Burberry jacket from a fellow after her one night stand with him, and I ended up getting that from her. She gave it to me, so I ended up inheriting from her. At least someone got something good. New York City leaves you with a broken heart, a case of chlamydia, but sometimes you come out of it on top with a $2,000 hoodie, like this young lady right here. So congratulations to her. And then I think we got one good one. I saved it for the end. If you don't feel like this after a first date, then it wasn't a good first date. Okay, it does happen sometimes in New York City. It does. It does. And it's happened to me a few times. Announcement time, guys. Announcement time.
Clink, 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 everybody.
So as you know, last year I rented an apartment in Soho in New York City, and the lease on that apartment is winding down, and I just got my lease renewal in the mail and it's so freaking high. I actually ended up not renewing my lease for the apartment another year, so I'm going to be giving it up and my lease ends. I'm a little bit sad, and with all of those memories are of course my memories of my single days. I had some good dates in New York City, I did. And that's how you know it was a good date, when you have your headphones in and you're walking home from your date and you're blasting your Taylor Swift and you're skipping down the avenue and you're like, yeah, you know, that wasn't so bad. And you know, he still never texts you ever again, but you feel hopeful for that moment. You do. You believe that love may exist in that brutal, sweaty dumpster fire of a city that smells like a used sock. It's good to know that dating hasn't changed much in the city. It's still f***ing terrible. Click the thumbs up if you like this video. And if you guys have any experiences dating in the city, in New York City or any city at all, what have your experiences been like? Have they been awful? And what are your thoughts on dating apps? Have they destroyed modern dating life? Let me know if you liked the video by clicking the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video, and make sure you go check out my socials, and make sure to come back tomorrow because I upload a new video every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.